Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Meet the Candidates. I'm David Thomas, and we have today in front of us Mr. John Sweeney. John, it's good to have you with us today.
Yeah.
John is candidate for Bedford County Sheriff, and he has agreed to sit down and answer our 5 magical questions that we have. And we want to let everybody know out there that's watching that this is for voter education, so you get to hear from the candidate directly. And all of the questions are the same for everybody. So we'll just dive right in if that's all right.
It's good with me.
All righty. John, just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what you do for a living, and then your political affiliation.
Okay, perfect. And first, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and talk to you, to talk to Bedford County. So I'm John Sweeney. I live here in Bedford County. I'm a husband, father, and a grandfather, or a pawpaw, as they call me. I grew up a little bit different than most people in Bedford County. You know, I grew up kind of in a impoverished community. So I learned the value of working hard at a very, very young age. But as far as my background here in Bedford County, I live here, obviously. I work here. I grew up here. I worship here. I currently serve as a lieutenant in criminal investigations.
Right.
I started my career in corrections. I went from corrections to the judicial system, from judicial system to warrants to patrol, and patrol to criminal investigations, where I've spent most of my career is investigating criminals.
Right.
As far as my political affiliation, I don't have any political ties to anyone, but I'm running as an independent candidate here in Bedford County. Me personally, I have conservative values. I believe in faith and family and self-accountability.
Okay.
Those are kind of my values in life. Like I said, I worked hard. I knew that to overcome obstacles that I was going to have to work hard at a very young age, and that's what I've done here.
Yeah. Okay. What has led John Sweeney to the point to where he feels like this is the time for John to run for sheriff? What has led you to this point?
Really, my passion for this community. You know, like I said a while ago, I started in corrections. When I started in corrections, I didn't know that this was going to be the route that I was taking. And it's funny how God kind of guides your life. But I ran into an inmate. Believe it or not, it was an inmate that I was talking to. It was about 1.5 years into my career. And he came up to me and he said, "John, I just want to thank you." He had gotten out. He said, "John, I just want to thank you. You made a difference in my life. Just the compassion that you had for me. You stuck to the rules and you stayed compassionate." And I thought to myself, you know, about the leaders in my life that had invested in me. And I didn't know that I was doing it at the time. I was just being a good guy, you know. But then that led me to thinking, I want to make a difference in our community. I want to give back what people invested in me in this community. So I started gearing my life toward that. I knew that I was going to have to overcome a lot of obstacles. Like I said, I have no political ties or no affiliations with people. And where I grew up, you know, you got to overcome a lot of obstacles.
Yeah.
And so I geared my life and my career toward that. I knew that I was going to have to know a lot about the sheriff's office before I could lead a sheriff's office.
Right.
But it wasn't just the sheriff's office alone that you have to overcome and know about. It's the community. And so I started back then just being involved in the community, nonprofits, and, you know, the Cancer Society. I don't serve on their board, but, you know, if they have something, I try to help out.
Right.
Some of that's personal, but a lot of it is just wanting to know the community, what resources we have, what are the needs of our community, mental health and addiction and things like that.
Right.
So that has driven me, and I had to search myself spiritually. I wanted to make sure spiritually, mentally, and physically that I could hold office. And if I questioned that whatsoever, then I would have never put my name in the hat to run for sheriff. It wasn't until I was confident of what I could do, you know, for this community that I decided to run for sheriff.
Right. Okay. As far as the sheriff's department goes, what do you feel like our county's biggest challenge is today and then going forward?
So for today, I like to call it kind of the dad challenge is what I call it. That's drug, addiction, and division. You know, that's the challenges we face right now. Drugs are unfortunately, they're here,
Oh, yeah.
and we're fighting that as much as we can. And then you got the addiction side of that, which is something that we don't typically get involved in. We're trying to get involved in it some. So I geared my life towards, especially the last 8 or 9 months, into recovery, to see how we could make a difference, to offer assistance to those people. Because if you get someone that was addicted to drugs and you bring them out of that addiction, then not only do they change that division from their families, but they come together and become a productive member of society.
Right.
And then they're staying out of jail, which is saving tax dollars money.
Of course, yeah.
So that's kind of what I see right now is the division in our community and the drugs and the addiction. And we've always went after supply. I mean, that's
Right,
something law
yeah.
enforcement and every political candidate's always said, and we've done it. Most have. Where I'm a little different is I want to spearhead it. We've gone after that supply. Now let's go after the demand. Let's spearhead this and take it back some.
Yeah.
But as far as moving forward, I mean, just as well as I do, y'all speak on it a lot, is the growth of Bedford County. I mean, we're growing at a rate that Bedford County has never seen before. And what that is doing is putting strain on our officers.
I was going to ask you a Part B question, and there you just hit it. How does that affect your department?
Yeah. So if you take those officers, I mean, we got roughly 54,000 people in our community right now, but you just take those officers and you put them into the county and you divide this county up in fours. We've got 5 officers per shift. And if you put 1 officer in each sector, I mean, if you do the division on that, I don't know the math right off the top of my head, but that's a lot for that officer to cover. And we're going to need help eventually, but right now, we got to give them the tools and the resources to be able to go out in the community and serve the best they can without being so constrained.
Right.
And I think being involved in the community, and getting that help and the assistance from the community, if they see something, say something kind of thing, I think is how we're going to spearhead that. I mean, I think that's how we move forward with it. So,
all right, great. Here comes the fun part. What's your favorite thing about Bedford County?
You've heard it 1,000 times, but if Bedford County knows me, there's one thing they know about it. It is the people of Bedford County. I truly have a passion for people, and I don't care where you're at, all walks of life. I truly love people. If you call me in the middle of the night, I'm coming to your house. If you want to vent, if you want to pray, if you want to cry, I'm that guy that's coming to you, and that's because of just a true compassion that I have for people. So that's by far 100,000% is the people of Bedford County.
Yeah. All right. If you had a magic wand and you could just wave it and change anything about Bedford County, what would that be?
I'd have to change the drugs, the violent crime, and the division that we see in our community. Drugs have just taken over our community. I mean, a lot of it we see, but some of it we just don't see. And then violent crimes. Nobody wants to see violent crimes. Unfortunately, there are some evil people out there that we've got to face. And if we can wipe that out and we can wipe out the division, I mean, you see it through political lines, you see it through social media, you see it through friends, that talk about other friends behind the back. If we could take all of that away, Bedford County, we'd have to fight them off with a stick to keep them out of here, because it would just be just the perfect community. But unfortunately, I don't have that magic wand. But what I do have is a passion to go after it, a passion to spearhead it and just go after that division, to go after those violent criminals, the ones that are just repeat offenders. We're going to go after them. And the drugs, we're going to tackle the drugs. I mean, we're going to work with every alphabet known to man in law enforcement to go after these drugs. So even though I don't have a magic wand, I do have a passion and a plan to go after it.
All right. Now, this microphone is yours, John. Say anything you'd like to everybody watching out there.
It could be dangerous giving me a microphone. That's my wife.
Good. Go for it. Go for it.
But for the people of Bedford County, I want you to know one thing. There's no political affiliation. There's no, I'm running because I don't want somebody else running. I have no ties to no one. What I have for this community is just a a passion to serve. I mean, God gave me this heart to serve a community, and I intend on using it. And if I doubted myself one bit, I would have never put my name in the hat to run for sheriff. It wasn't until I did some self-reflection to make sure, again, whether I was ready mentally, spiritually, physically, and met all those aspects, that I knew that I would be the best sheriff for Bedford County. You know, on everything that says John Sweeney, you see it on all the signs and everything else, it says stronger together.
Yeah.
And that's not a tagline. I mean, it is on my signs, but that's something that I truly mean. You know, I didn't make many promises as I go along, but one of the promises that I make is that I'll be a voice for the people. You know, I started this back in July. I started against the grain. Everybody said, hey, you're coming out way too early. You need to slow down. But there's no slow down in me. There's never been. You know, when I have a passion for something, I'll fight for it. And that's something that I'm going to do for this community, is I'll work hard each and every day to make sure that the needs are met, to make sure that we're safe. So again, that's not a tagline. That's something that I honestly and wholeheartedly mean, and that I will serve you guys with everything that I have. And I just ask that if you believe in me, to vote for me. I would appreciate, humbly, I would appreciate that. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, John, thanks for sitting down and talking with us.
Absolutely.
I know everybody is excited to hear from you, and when they watch this video, they'll be happy they did. And thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back again real soon with another edition of Meet the Candidates.
Thank you.